Tonight, we will explore two strands of Girl Rising's work, and we will focus not on the crises, but on the courageous change makers who are creating solutions.
The government at the state level is doing everything possible to make secondary education compulsory, especially for girls. This is also very important. While acknowledging the tremendous contributions that has been done by the government of Borno State as well as by the federal government, I wish to draw the attention of all of you that are here that a lot is still needed in order to develop the education sector in our own area.
Up on Grand Bahama. Living on an island surrounded by water allowed me to witness firsthand the power of nature, both its beauty and its destructiveness. By the time I was 15, I'd experienced 12 hurricanes, each one stronger than the last.
I come from two First Nations communities, both of which have been impacted by the water crisis. It leaves over 30 Indigenous communities without access to clean water for decades. Our land and our water were contaminated by big corporations that dumped chemicals and pollutants.
This is Idara. She's 12 years old. She's the character I created based on the lives and experiences of 3 Nigerian girls I interviewed. Their experiences reflect the lives of thousands of Nigerian girls. Idara lives in South Nigeria, where drought and flood have destroyed her family livelihood. As a result, her family resorts to the money wife tradition, an illegal practice that sees young girls exchange for cash.
I come from a farmer's village in the basin of Lake Victoria in Uganda, a country the British once called the Pearl of Africa. My country experiences the worst effects of climate change, but contributes less than 1% of the global greenhouse gases.
This is what drew me to storytelling, as a bridge between my past, my present, and my hopes of creating a better future.
Nigeria needs to get its act right. If Nigeria is working well, it's easier for the rest of Africa. That is reality, and there is no denying that fact.
Essentially, Boko Haram, from the name itself, it implies that education is haram, is forbidden, and so it's targeting and consistently delegitimizing education in a region where you're trying to, they're competing economic needs. You're trying to get children into school, girls into school in particular, and you have them managing to get to school, and then there is kidnappings, there's killings. I mean, nobody wants to expose their children to that. So it's not just the impact of, okay, there's no education, but you're also now drawing back the hands of time.
We have our roots in storytelling, and we have developed an expertise in creating educational resources for teachers and students that have powerful stories at the heart of them, stories about real people who face real challenges.
So we had to morph from setting up just a school to a community, essentially, that looks after these children, deals with the trauma, and provides the nurturing that is required, the empowerment, whether it's formal or informal education, and then we transition them into secondary schools in the state.
Working with local innovative leaders is part of the way we do our work at Girl Rising. And our partnership with 1 Million Teachers is a great example of that. We were able to develop an interactive, gamified training module for his course that's now a compulsory part of the course. And we actually had worked in northern Nigeria some years before and had created curriculum based on stories of girls from northern Nigeria.
Nigeria is a very challenging environment to work in, right? So very resilient also. So that's why it is so important. In fact, 60% of our teachers are from Nigeria. The rest are spread over the other 18 countries.
Queens was able to support through our Faculty of Education, in developing their curriculum and developing the support for teachers. And the impact for Queens is phenomenal, and it's a lifetime impact.
We have this lofty goal, right, of educating and training teachers and teacher development. And it was really important for us as we started in Kingston, Canada, in talking about education and collaboration to move to a more global stage. We've had a very eventful week, and we made a lot of connections with so many people, and that's why we wanted to bring what we've been doing to the global stage so that we could have that networking with other organizations.
We saw Queen's University, so it's an academic institution. We saw Girl Rising that uses its power of storytelling to communicate their cause on girl-child education. And then we saw 1 Million Teachers, not-for-profits that focuses on enhancing teacher capacity. And then there's Next, which we're focused on interventions for children who've been orphaned by the conflict in the Northeast. And we're all different entities, but we're coming together, maintaining our identities, but collaborating in addressing the needs of the girl child.